front-page drama, Mystery Mansion, is based on another thrilling murder case from the memoirs of H. Austin Wolfe, whose own story is now appearing in the American Weekly, the magazine distributed with all Hearst Sunday newspapers from coast to coast. Front-page dramas are produced in the New York studios of the General Broadcasting Company. Today, we are attempting a little novelty in our radio presentation. We are going to reenact the events which preceded one of the most mysterious and baffling cases of the French detective police. We shall introduce all of the characters connected with it and give you all the clues which confronted Mr. H. Austin Wolfe and Dr. Bertillon when they arrived on the scene of the murder. See how good a detective you are. See if you can find the clue which led to the apprehension of the murderer. We warn you that the strictest attention must be paid to every word and incident in the program. Are you ready? Then here we go. First, the characters are to be introduced. What could be more simple or more clear than to let them introduce themselves? And here they are.
I am Madame Dampier, widow of Antoine Dampier, the dead man.
I am Jacques Dampier, son of the dead man.
My name is Reynolds. I am the housemaid.
Armand Patois is my name. I was the dead man's secretary.
I'm Yvonne Dampier. It was my father who was murdered.
And I am Karl Hoffmann. I have been in love with Yvonne Dampier for a long time.
These are the 6 characters most closely associated with Antoine Dampier, a rich Parisian of middle age who had had many love affairs in his day and who, even up to the time of his violent end, still managed to keep a few feminine hearts aflutter. Let us go back to the night of the murder and see what each had on his mind. We first discover Jacques having a mysterious telephone conversation.
But I haven't got any money, I tell you. I'm not lying, Jeanette. I'm not. Well, I'll try to get some. Yes, I don't know where, but I'll try. Tomorrow. In the afternoon. Yes. Same place. Goodbye.
Oh, I didn't know you were here in the library, Jacques.
Oh, hello, Mother. I had to make a phone call.
Have you finished your dinner? You left your coffee untouched.
I'd quite enough, thank you.
Have you seen my new book anywhere?
No, Mother.
Then I must have left it upstairs, I see.
Oh, Mother.
Yes, Jacques?
I'd like to speak to you a moment.
What is it, my son?
Mother, I need some money.
Again?
I've got to have some tonight.
How much?
5,000 francs.
5,000 francs? What for?
I can't tell you, but I must have it by tomorrow.
You'll have to ask your father for it. I can't help you.
He told me the last time he wouldn't give me any more.
Come in.
I beg your pardon. I didn't know you were engaged, madame.
Oh, come in, Armand. I was just leaving.
I only wanted to see if madame wished you to take any more letters.
Don't tell me you're secretary to the whole family.
Have you finished Monsieur Dampier's business?
Yes, madame. I have just finished with him. He is in his study.
Well, here's where I'll beard the lion. In his study.
Oh,
Marie, you must be careful. The boy may still be outside that door.
What does it matter? I don't care if he hears us. No. I hate Antoine, so I can't see him any longer.
Marie.
Oh, Armand, I love you. I'd do anything to be with you forever.
Would you, Marie?
You know I would. If I had given you the money for the ticket to take us away, if I didn't feel that way.
No. No, I guess not.
Oh,
Yes.
you have the ticket, haven't you?
Oh, yes. Right here.
Then shall we leave? Tonight?
Perhaps. But I have a little business I must attend to first.
I see. And mine can be taken care of in a few moments. If the circumstances are favorable.
Suppose you take the morning train to Marseille. I'll do what I have to do and join you there.
I can't bear to go without you, Armand.
Yes, I know. But under the circumstances, it may be advisable for us to leave separately.
Very well. But first of all, I shall face Antoine and anything.
You mean?
You know exactly what I mean. Don't you, Armand?
Yes.
When Jacques Dampier left his mother and Armand in the library, he said he was going to his father's study to beard the lion in his den. But instead, he went direct to his sister, Yvonne's room. Listen carefully.
Haven't you any of your month's allowance left, Yvonne?
No, Jacques, I'm afraid not.
But what am I to do? I must have 5,000 francs tonight.
Well, have you asked Father for it?
Not yet. I don't dare. Unless there's no other way of getting the money. I tell you I'm desperate, Yvonne. I must have it, even if I have to.
What?
Never mind.
Oh, stop pacing up and down like that, Jack. You're driving me crazy.
I can't help it.
But why do you keep picking up things from my bureau and putting them down like that?
Yvonne, where's that funny-looking hat thing you used for a letter opener? The one Father bought you from Spain.
Why do you ask?
Oh, I just happened to notice it isn't on your desk. Where do you keep it now?
Oh, Jack, please. You won't tell Father.
Tell him what?
It's disappeared.
Disappeared? Where?
Well, I wore it to the opera with my mantilla last night.
Why, you didn't wear your mantilla last night.
Didn't I? Oh, then it must have been a night Carl took me to the theater. But I hadn't said a word to anybody. Well, because I thought he might turn up around here some way.
I hope it does. Father would raise the devil if he knew it was lost. What will you do if he asks you about it?
Well, I can bother Mother. It's a good thing he brought her one, too.
Oh, yes, that's right. Well, I wish my problem were as simple as that.
Now, tell me, Jack, why do you need so much money?
I have to give it to somebody.
That woman again.
Yes. God, shall I ever be rid of her? The more I give her, the more she demands.
Why don't you refuse once and for all?
I can't.
Why not?
She threatened to go to Suzanne's father if I do.
Oh, no.
And you know what that would mean.
Why, he'd break up your engagement.
Exactly. No, Yvonne. I must keep that woman quiet until I'm married to Suzanne, no matter what happens.
Come in. Oh, Carl, darling.
I hope I'm not intruding, Yvonne. How are you tonight, Jack?
Not so good.
Oh, what's the matter?
Oh, as usual. Jack needs some money.
Can I?
Oh, it's awfully good of you, Carl, but the amount is more than anyone could produce out of his pocket on a moment's notice.
I see.
I told him to go and ask Father.
Very good advice, Yvonne. I happen to know he has some money put away in his desk. He might let you have some of it.
How do you know he has some money in his desk?
Oh, well, as a business associate, I had something to do with getting his secretary to draw some from the bank today.
What for?
That's all I should say. But you realize, Jack, that for friendship's sake, I've already violated business ethics.
You are, dear Carl. Now stop asking so many questions, Jack, and run along and see Father.
I think I shall. Thanks for the tip, Carl.
Don't mention it. And I mean, don't mention it.
I won't.
Now that we've got your brother's problem settled, what can I do for you?
Well, you might give me a kiss.
Come here. Now what?
Heavens, how big is like I feel serious tonight.
Sorry?
Why, Carl, what's the matter?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, yes, there is. Tell me.
Well, it's just something about us.
About us?
Well, something that affects us.
I don't
I
understand.
know you don't, Yvonne. Oh, let's talk about something else.
Oh, please, Carl, tell me what's on your mind.
That wouldn't help the situation.
Has Father anything to do with it?
Yes.
I see. He's refused to let you marry me. Oh, if I were only of age.
Yvonne,
Oh,
darling.
it's wicked and cruel. You love me and I love you. You do love me, Carl.
My dearest, you know I do.
Then why shouldn't we marry?
Because
Father thinks I'm too young, I suppose. Well, I know how I feel. I'm no child.
of course you are, Yvonne. That's not the reason.
Is it because you're so much older than I? Well, what if you are? A woman should marry a man older than herself.
No, Yvonne, that's got nothing to do with the situation.
Oh, then tell me what's the matter.
I'd rather not. Oh, let's talk about something else.
Well, what could be of more interest to talk about tonight? Oh. There's one way in which Father's objection could be overcome.
What do you say?
One way. And then he couldn't object anymore.
Yvonne, listen to me. Don't do anything you may be sorry for.
Oh, it would be so simple.
Stop talking that way. Everything will be taken care of. Everything will come out all right. Just leave the whole thing to me.
Father shan't stand in the way of my happiness.
Listen, Yvonne. It's my place to handle this. And I know exactly what I'm going to do. Two people meet on a staircase. They are Armand, the secretary, and Renee, the maid. Listen.
Well, Amos, you've been to see her again, eh?
I had to, Renee.
You had to, eh?
But it's for the last time, my dear.
That's what you said before.
But this really is the last time. Look here.
Really, Peter?
Yes,
You're going away, Amos?
yes, and so are you.
You mean
Yes. She gave me some money to get us tickets.
You?
Yes, but she thinks they are for her and me.
That's a good joke on her.
Isn't it? How soon can you be ready to leave?
As soon as I pass. Monsieur Dampier has dismissed all the servants for the night.
The woman of mystery is visiting him again tonight, huh?
Yes. How she can stand the old fool is more than I know. He pinches my cheek. It is all I can do to keep from hitting him.
Why don't you hit him just before we leave?
Perhaps I shall. If I do, it'll be no light blow.
Well, standing here isn't going to get anything done. Now, I'll meet you at the station within an hour.
But, Arnold, why can't we go together?
I've got to raise some ready money first.
You mean you're going back to her?
No, I don't have to. I know where there's some money to be had for the taking.
You have just heard reenacted the events which led up to one of the most baffling and mysterious cases in the files of the French detective police. For when H. Ashton Wolf and Dr. Bertillon arrived the next morning, they found Monsieur Dampier dead in his chair at his study desk. Who killed him? Was it Madame Dampier, who hated her husband so that she was willing to do anything to win her freedom? Was it Jacques, the son of the murdered man, who needed money so desperately? Was it René, the housemaid who detested him? Or could it have been Armand, the secretary, who also needed money? Was Karl Hauptmann the guilty one? Or could Yvonne have murdered her father in order to be free to marry the man of her choice? One of these people is the murderer. Now here are all the clues. The dead man was found with one tiny, needle-like puncture through his heart. A painting of himself by a famous artist, which hung between the two mirrors on the wall directly in front of him, had been slashed through ribbons for 3/4 of its length, as though someone had been in a rage. A curious Indian dagger was found lying on the floor beneath it. The desk drawer had been forced with a chisel and the money stolen. The lock on a door directly behind the dead man had been tampered with, as though also forced. A secret drawer in the desk had been opened, and apparently a bundle of letters removed. There were several depressions in the cushions of the divan, and on a small table were wine and partially eaten cake. On the divan, the detectives found a long black hair, evidently a woman, and a similar one was found on the shoulder of the dead man. There were also cigarette ashes on the carpet, although no partly smoked cigarettes were discovered in the study. These are the facts and the clues which the famous criminal investigators had to work on. From them, H. Ashton Wolf and Dr. Bertillon solved the mystery. Can you solve it? In case these details are too complicated to remember from merely hearing them, you may have them to ponder over by reading the complete story as it appears in next Sunday's issue of the American Weekly, under the title, New Secrets of the Sûreté, the French Detective Police. This is Wentworth announcing. Your own announcer will now give you further details concerning the many other interesting stories and articles appearing in next Sunday's American Weekly, the magazine distributed with all Hearst Sunday newspapers from coast to coast. Today's front page drama, The Command to Wed, is based on a most unusual story of romance, which will appear next Sunday in the American Weekly, the magazine distributed with all Hearst Sunday newspapers from coast to coast. Front page dramas are produced in the New York studios of the General Broadcasting Company. In old Japan, marriages are regulated by custom and traditional ritual. But with the advent of the motion pictures, young Japan has come to realize that such rigid customs have caused them to miss out on something which Western cousins are able to enjoy: unrepressed emotions. In the radio play we are about to present,